on, you only order fish head soup when you don't have much money to spare now, don't you? Don't order something like that, it's embarrassing.
Are you serious about that, young man?
Huh?
Don't underestimate fish head soup.
Ah!
Trouble Busters! My name is Melanie, and today I'm taking my fiancé, Akio, to a high-end sushi restaurant, but...
Look, Melanie, I don't want us to be seen as lowlifes, so act like an urbanite, all right?
Of course.
Mistress, 1 order of sake for me, if you please. And since she can't drink alcohol very much, she'll have a cup of that delectable tea.
Yes. 1 order of sake, 1 cup of green tea. Come now, Akio, I think I can order what I want myself, you know.
Wow, this salmon is delicious.
Salmon, honey? Isn't this fatty tuna?
Oh, damn, so it is. My mistake.
Oh, Akio.
Are you all right, Melanie? You seem embarrassed or something. I'm sorry it had to be a small restaurant like this. I couldn't get any reservations at bigger, better places.
Akio, you mustn't say stuff like...
Melanie, are we ready to leave?
I'll have one last thing.
Make it quick.
Of course. Yes, boss. Can I have some fish head soup, please?
Are you out of your mind?
No, I'm not, honey.
Come on, you only order fish head soup when you don't have much money to spare now, don't you? Don't order something like that, it's embarrassing.
But...
I told you, didn't I? I told you to act like an urbanite, didn't I?
Yes, I remember.
No, I don't think you frickin' do, Melanie. That's why you went and asked for an order of stupid fish head soup.
What's so wrong about me ordering fish head soup, Akio?
I mean, think about it for 1 damn second. As the name frickin' suggests, fish head soup is made from the discarded parts of fish. If I were to order that at a high-end restaurant, it would be detrimental to my reputation, see?
But listen, Akio.
Don't tell me you didn't know, huh?
What?
Oh, wow, I guess you didn't. In that case, allow me to enlighten you, Melanie, so hear me when I speak. Fish head soup consists of leftovers, which means it's something people who don't have much money at all order. The leftovers of society, so to speak. It's far better to buy instant miso soup in a convenience store and eat that instead. I would argue it's at the same level of quality as a side dish for dogs and cats.
What kind of lunatic?
Just look at the person next to us. Fish head soup is made for people like this. Frugal misfits who don't spend a day of their lives contributing to society.
Akio, I never thought you'd deliberately address other customers here.
Shut up! Unless I tell you this in such a sour way, how could you fricking understand?
That's not reasonable.
I'm sorry about this, Master. She grew up in the countryside, you see, so sometimes bad habits of hers dare revive themselves, and I have to put her in her place. I always tell her to act more urbane when we're together, but...
Akio, please, I'm sorry. It was my fault. Please, let's call it a night.
And I'm sorry to all other folks present. She's one who has little common sense, you understand.
If there was a hole somewhere in the ground, somewhere, I would crawl into it and die in a heartbeat.
Thanks for your patience, sweetie. This is our most recommended dish, the fish head soup. Take your time and savor the taste, if you please.
Thank you, Master.
Huh? Why would a high-end sushi restaurant have fish head soup? And the best recommendation, no less? I just knew I chose the wrong restaurant for tonight, damn it.
Akio, enough.
Melanie, if you drink even a sip, I will not forgive you.
I cannot abide by that, Akio. Master's prepared it well for me to enjoy after all.
Can't you listen to what I'm frickin' saying to you? If that's the case, then my engagement to you is off.
What?
If any restaurant decides to serve fish head soup, that's on them, but you also ordered the damn thing.
No, why? There's no need to say the engagement's off because of this. It's been a long time since we first got together, honey.
But if I were to marry a woman who asks for fish head soup at a high-end restaurant, I don't see any bright future with her. The only woman I want to marry is one who can behave with dignity. I chose the wrong woman to love, I suppose.
Because Akio is the president of a large company, he often makes derogatory remarks about people. However, his words and actions of this night have gone beyond any and all unspoken thresholds of society. And no, sir, I will not turn a blind eye to your selfishness anymore. Unforgivable.
Hey, young man!
What?
Who, me?
Yes, you. I've been listening to you for quite some time tonight, and what's all this nonsense about fish head soup being the thing to order if you don't have much money, eh? Are you serious?
Sweet mother of Abe Lincoln, that's scandalous. I couldn't agree more.
What the, huh?
Boy, my husband has that face now. Here it comes.
Young man, let me say something to you.
By all means, sir.
Don't underestimate fish head soup, huh?
Yeesh.
Young man, I simply cannot ignore what you said this evening.
Why not, Master? I only spoke the obvious truth.
And who made that load of bullshit the truth, huh? Listen to me.
The bony parts of the fish yield the most high-quality flavor when making a broth,
and are widely regarded to taste the best by far.
Yes, I completely understand. When they say the smell is irresistible.
You know what I mean, don't you, sweetie?
Why, yes, sir. I grew up in a port town and used to drink fish head soup and any similar broths when I was still living in my hometown.
So, you were drinking that kind of sludge all the time back then?
I thought that you, of all people, would know why fish head soup is so appealing and so popular amidst the masses.
Couldn't agree more. I can't believe you can set foot in this restaurant thinking quite the opposite.
Shit! How dare you get carried away?
No, I think you're the one getting carried away, bucko.
Wait a minute. I've heard that voice somewhere before.
Akio Nakamura, you don't seem to understand the value of truly wonderful things.
Don't tell me!
What a coincidence to meet you here, President Nakamura.
President Mitsuya?
Do you know him, Akio?
This esteemed gentleman is the president of a large company that does business with the company I run.
Is that so? But Akio, earlier, didn't you actually...
I didn't notice who he was because he was dressed differently than usual.
It's true that it may be food that suits a simple person like me, but...
No, sir. I assure you, I never meant...
Oh, Monsieur Akio Nakamura is in danger.
President Nakamura, don't worry about it.
I can't help but be worried, sir. But why are you wearing these clothes and everything?
If I wear a suit, even on my days off, my shoulders will get stiff after all. I dress casually on my days off, you understand.
I see.
Well, leaving my outfit and demeanor aside, you're pretty ignorant of common sense, aren't you, President Nakamura?
Are we back to the fish head soup now?
What else could I be referencing, pray tell?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
This broth is so exquisite, so rich in flavor, so soothing for the hungry soul. This is amazing.
Hey, when did you start eating?
Just letting you talk without eating what Master had prepared will only make the soup cold and soggy. Such a waste of divine cooking.
And I thought I told you not to fricking drink that shit.
Akio, I was brought up with teachings that say never to waste good food. No matter what you say, I'll be grateful to receive the fish head soup that Master made with such care.
You little...
Oh my, sweetie, you say such nice things. I'm so flattered. Just for that, I shall give you an extra head on top.
Yay!
Ew, you eat that part too?
Is there a problem?
Isn't this the part that should be thrown away?
Akio, you seriously don't seem to understand anything, do you?
Excuse me?
The head is the tastiest part of the fish, you understand?
There ain't no damn way that's true. The head is something that exists to be thrown away when you eat it. I seriously can't imagine going out of my way to pick it out of a lineup and eat it. If I were you, I would definitely throw that shit away.
Huh. Does your ignorance know any bounds?
Come now, even you, President Mitsuya?
Who would have thought that you would make such outrageous remarks?
Outrageous remarks, but I would never.
After all, when it comes to fish head soup, only one person can eat the actual head, which makes it a very precious part to experience, you see.
That's right, sir. Among the other parts, the gills, the cheek, and meat are especially heavenly.
Yes, indeed. I ate some fish head just the other day myself, and truly it was the best meal I'd had in years.
I'm so impressed to hear that you can appreciate the deliciousness of fish head soup, President Mitsuya. For that, I must thank you.
Ugh, you two having freaking fun together?
Oh, Monsieur Akio is an outsider here.
And yet on the opposite end of the spectrum, there is another company president who doesn't understand the greatness of such a dish. Is that tongue of yours in your mouth some kind of decoration or something, Akio?
You shut up!
Fish head soup isn't just served at conventional sushi restaurants, it's often served at high-end traditional cuisine restaurants as well, isn't it?
Is that true?
And you usually go to high-end restaurants, but you don't know anything about that.
Shut up! I'm a Western food kind of person.
Most of the restaurants you took me to on dates were Japanese restaurants, though.
Shit! Yeah, but is that so bad? Is there a rule that I have to know about frickin' fish head soup?
And Monsieur Akio here with the retaliation.
There are so many things that humans don't know, aren't there? You're so upset just because I didn't know about fish head soup, and I fricking resent that.
The problem isn't that you didn't know about the dish, Akio. It's that you said something very wrong and potentially abusive with such a smug face when you criticized the dish and the people who could be eating it. We criticized you understand? Myself, Master Sato here, and President Mitsuya.
No, that's because I didn't know about the dish being so different.
That doesn't mean you have the right to straight up criticize people in their lives.
I guess so, but I understand about the dish now, so let's calm down.
It's not that kind of problem.
What the hell, Melanie? You still want to talk about frickin' fish head soup so passionately?
No, Akio, that's not it. Your comments are simply too much.
Excuse me? Did I say something else that was wrong?
You've said a lot of things that had nothing to do with fish head soup, Akio.
That can't be true. Yeah, I swear, I didn't.
President Nakamura, I don't mind people saying bad things about myself. I endure that on the daily, to be honest, for reasons we shall not talk about. But I can't simply forget about the sympathy I feel for others who have received collateral damage as a result. You're absolutely right, buddy. You're always talking smack about your girlfriend. Don't you have even a single feeling that what you're doing is uncool?
But that's because Melanie either forgets to or simply refuses to act as though she was born and brought up in the city.
And that includes ordering fish head soup, which many high-end restaurants serve as their most recommended dish, does it?
I thought we put the fish head soup aside.
You disregard the fact that she's clearly refraining from using any dialects and is trying hard to speak politely.
She doesn't talk politely, sir. She merely talks a little differently than the rest of us. She's quite an oddball, you see.
You're the oddball here, bucko!
But why would I be, folks?
You don't care about those around you and loudly mock people and flaunt away incorrect misinformation. A normal person wouldn't do that, I believe. I agree. If this isn't called a lack of common knowledge, I might as well be married to a manatee.
Don't laugh! You don't laugh either.
Young man, I don't care what you think about fishhead soup, but you know what they say, thou shalt keep thy religion to thyself, and I will not tolerate you saying things like, throw that shit away so remorselessly.
Exactly. We as humans are given countless lives every day to keep the flame of our life burning. Even if it was a mere slip-up and accidentally said something like, throw that shit away, I would rather you not say so.
Huh. Y'all act in solidarity like you're so righteous.
We're just saying things that are obvious even before we talk about righteousness, Akio.
No, you guys have no right to say this or that about me.
Excuse me?
It's not just about throwing the damn head away, but it's common for people to throw so much away. Come to think of it, riddle me this. Have you, Melanie, or you, Master Sato, or you, President Mitsuya, never once thrown away any food before? Do you eat every last bone and tail? Answer me.
Just as you say, there are some parts of assorted food that you simply cannot eat no matter what. The bones you just mentioned are a good example.
Right, I just replaced that with fish head and presto, it all makes perfect sense. There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying.
That's why we as human beings ought to eat everything we can, leaving as little as possible behind. What you are claiming is that you are entitled to throw away perfectly edible parts just because you don't approve of them.
Shit.
Oh mon Dieu, the theory has been broken. Jolly coup, Madame Melanie.
You're absolutely right, sweetie. That's why, Mr. Nakamura, was it? If you don't have gratitude for the food you eat, we refuse service to you. Please leave our store immediately.
What? How dare you say that to a customer?
How dare you treat the concept of life so poorly and so shamelessly? Such a person is no customer of mine.
I couldn't agree more. I'll gladly leave this outhouse. Come on, Melanie, let's go.
I'm not done eating my soup yet. I'll be here for another while yet.
Yep. You really think you can say something like that? You don't even have the money to pay for anything.
It's fine, I have the money ready.
Huh? You have money?
I always carry my wallet with me just in case something happens, you see?
But the sushi here, it's expensive, you know?
I know it is, and that's why I brought quite a bit of money. However, since we've had the pleasure of eating there, we have to pay the bill properly. It'll hurt our wallets a little, what with the expensive price, but I have no complaints if it means I can eat something this delicious.
Oh, sweetie.
You may have the impression that I'm not well off in terms of money simply because I grew up in the countryside, in a port town, but that's actually not the case. I'm looking to the future, and I always try to save money as much as I can for the future, so I have a decent amount of savings.
Is that so? The fact that you never knew her truly very well goes without saying that you need to work on your people skills.
So I'll pay for the meal myself, and I have no problem if you go home first. And as of today, I must say an official goodbye to you.
Goodbye?
Yes, I unfortunately had some fish head soup, so the engagement has to be called off, just as you wanted, you see.
No way! Melanie, don't tell me. Did you take that seriously? Well, whatever. It's not like I'm gonna break up with you and never find a new girl ever again. Mistress, the oaiso, if you please.
What?
What's the matter?
Now, folks, laughing here will only hurt the poor man's feelings.
Hey, what's so funny?
Monsieur Akio, the word oaiso is used by the store, vous comprenez?
What?
It's used to mean that they're sorry for being unfriendly and asking for money in exchange for the food they provide vous. This is common sense in Japan.
Wow, monsieur, you know quite a lot about Japan.
Yes, I love Japan very much.
It all went to hell in the end, didn't it? That's all because you forced yourself to use words that you're not used to using.
Shut up! Anyway, the bill, if you please.
Oh, and President Nakamura, I have something I want to tell you as well.
What is it?
I must also say an official goodbye to you tonight.
What do you mean?
come now. You ought to know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm ending our business together. That's why I'm saying goodbye to our professional correspondence.
What?
Of course, I feel nothing but concern about doing business with someone who looks down on people and treats food and life as a whole so poorly. So,
Wait a moment, sir. I may have gone a little too far with a few things I've said, but ending our business together? That's quite drastic, I must say. This is private, you understand? Please keep it separate from work, sir.
you have disappointed me so much that I simply cannot separate this from my professional career, good sir.
But my company! It's only able to operate because we're doing business with your company, sir! If the contract were to be terminated...
Despite that being said, I have already made my decision. I know it will be difficult from now on, but I only hope that you do your best.
No! Please reconsider this!
Master, the bill, if you please. Coming right up.
President Mitsuya, at least hear what I have to say.
Well then, Master, I shall return very soon for that fishhead soup. We'll be eagerly awaiting for you, buddy.
Oh, wait, please, President Mitsuya! President Mitsuya!
Hold it right there, young man.
What now?
You haven't paid yet, have you?
Could you please understand that the bill is the least of my problems right now?
Who cares about that? If you're going to leave the restaurant like this, I shall call the police on you for dining and dashing.
God damn it! Fine then, I'll take care of the bill, all right? Hurry up and take my card.
Of course. Hold on.
What's wrong? Hurry up, will ya?
No, I can't process the payment.
What? Why not?
You've reached your card limit, maybe?
What the hell?
Akio, honey, despite the fact that you have money, you're too reckless with it.
Damn it! What ungodly fricking timing!
Do you have any cash?
Yeah, about that. No, I don't have any cash.
What?
So you're not going to pay?
Oh no, perish the thought.
Yeah, even if you're a cashless type of person, you should still have some cash on you.
Damn it, man, I'm in a real pinch here. A huge pickle. What should I do? Oh, hey, Melanie?
What is it?
About calling off our engagement, I'm going to call that off.
Huh?
Thinking about it, I think it would be better for you to have me, you know, so I'm calling it off.
Enough manipulating people, Akio. As well, every other unacceptable thing you've done.
Yeesh, what are you so angry about? You asked and begged to stay together with me, didn't you?
Did I really? For me, all the asking and begging that I may have done tonight is completely to break up with you.
How in the hell did that happen?
In the first place, weren't you the one who said you wanted to call off the engagement? Even when I agreed, you said you were going to find another woman, didn't you?
Don't take that load of bullshit so seriously, honey. That was just a light joke.
And to me, it didn't sound like a very funny joke at all.
No, seriously, I never dreamed.
Akio, you're probably thinking of getting some money from me somehow to get you out of this situation, eh? I understand completely that if you knew that your fiancé actually had money and helped you right now, you'd want to ask for it, you see?
No, that's not true. I really want to cancel calling off our engagement. I really want to, and I never dreamed of asking you to cling to you for any help. Believe me.
I understand, and if that's what you say, then I shall think about calling off the engagement.
Seriously, thanks a ton.
But I have one condition.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
You'll have to pay for the sushi this time yourself. And if something happens to your company regarding the matter with President Mitsuya, you will never rely on my wallet whatsoever. How about it?
Well, truthfully...
It's not for my money, is it?
No, it isn't. But since we're engaged, we have a responsibility to help each other out when we're in trouble, right?
I mean, I haven't canceled calling off the engagement yet, so the engagement relationship still isn't valid for now.
Oh, come now, don't say that.
That's why I'm saying that if you don't rely on my money, I'll cancel calling off the engagement. Do you understand yet?
Listen to me.
You've been so negligent with me for a while now, and now you change your attitude? I can see exactly what you're thinking. My money is your objective, and that's what you really think.
You little... If you'll allow me to say this, what's so wrong about that? Have you forgotten all the times I've treated you up until now? I wish you'd treat me every once in a while, you know.
Of course, I'm grateful for all the times you treated me up until now.
I thought so. If that's the case, then...
That's why, Akio, if you would just reflect on your past behavior and honestly say that you're in financial trouble. Even if it was personally difficult to cancel calling off the engagement, I thought it would be alright to somehow pay for today's meal to help you out.
Really?
However, you brought up canceling calling off the engagement yourself while showing absolutely no remorse, and what's more, you did so in quite a condescending manner. I decided it would be difficult to lend a helping hand to such a selfish person.
In that case...
Better for you to have a taste of your own medicine at least once in your life if you're so adamant not to change.
Please, Melanie, it was my fault. I'm sorry. I'm in a real pinch right now.
It's too late to apologize now, and you keep saying you're in trouble. In the end, you're only thinking about yourself. I don't see any remorseful attitude from you.
No, please, I do genuinely regret everything.
Mr. Akio Nakamura, your words and actions tonight have not only upset me, but also Master and Mistress Sato, President Mitsuya, and many other customers present. I have no intention of forgiving you for being unable to offer anything but a superficial apology. You ought to physically know for yourself how foolish you've been.
No, please.
Master, the bill, please.
Coming right up.
Please, Melanie, you're all I have now.
You're all set, sweetie. Come again, huh?
Of course, I'll definitely come again, sir.
Wait, Melanie.
For the last time, you're not done with the bill yet.
Melanie? Melanie! Akio Nakamura, game over! God damn it!
Afterwards, accompanied by Master Sato and his wife, Akio withdrew some money from a nearby ATM and somehow managed to pay for the sushi. However, because of this incident, he was banished from the sushi restaurant and was banned from ever entering the establishment again. Furthermore, his contract with President Mitsuya's company was terminated and his company went bankrupt in the blink of an eye. Well, I say it went bankrupt, but it was honestly just a one-man business, and the only person infected was Akio himself. As a result of his company going bankrupt, he was left with a lot of debt. He now lives in an old, dilapidated apartment and works at a convenience store to pay off his debts. Meanwhile, I can't forget the taste of the fish head soup I ate that time at Master Sato's restaurant, and so now I've become a rather eccentric regular at the establishment.
Ah, Madame Melanie, how nice to meet you here again. Quelle bonne soirée, n'est-ce pas?
I'm glad to see you again, Monsieur Jacques. Could this be a new chapter for me? Troublebusters.